When I was in high school, I was on the island of Guam, and I was on the island of Guam during the Vietnam War. It turns out that I turned 18 on the same day that Richard Nixon went into the helicopter saying, "I'm not a crook," and resigned. And shortly after that, the Vietnam War ended, which made me ecstatic, because back then you had to register for the draft. You were given a lottery number. I had a very low lottery number. The lottery number determined whether you were going to be alive 1 year later, whether you had to go to the war or not. And I was going to go. And then the war ended a few months before I got called up. Anyway, living on Guam at the end of that war was quite an eye-opener, because that's where all the bombing raids left from. They went right over our house from Andersen Air Force Base. And they were just bombing Vietnam just night and day. We also had jet planes coming in and out, and as a result, we always had sonic booms. And I noticed that they were ba-boom. It wasn't a boom, it was ba-boom. And what causes that is the fact that we've got a high pressure region at the source of the sound, and then at the tail end of the disturbance, you've got an eddy effect that causes a low pressure overpressure. And so you get a ba-boom. The first boom is your eardrum being pushed in. The second boom is your eardrum being pulled out. Now in high school, I had a misconception. I believed that a plane would only make a sonic boom right when it punched through the sound barrier, just at one time. And I was hearing them all the time. And I thought I was the luckiest kid in the world. I figured we lived that just the right distance from Andersen Air Force Base, that they were always punching through the sound barrier right at my house. What I didn't realize is that once they were going faster than the speed of sound, they had this cone. Island was lucky, if you want to think about it that way. Now, years ago, we had a set of planes come racing over Bozeman on their way to Great Falls, and they were so excited that they just kept going faster than the speed of sound. Were any of you living here when that happened? Okay, it was like 3 in the morning, right? I was here, and it sounded like a Mack truck had just rammed into the side of my house. Everything in our bedroom physically shook. I mean, it was a great big boom, and a sound of freedom, and those guys got in trouble.